Welcome to the 5th episode of the Morning Slate presented by Alpha Sports Go. I'm your host, Cole.
I'm your co-host, Nick.
And today we got another pretty full slate for you. Yeah. A lot of Australian Open content and a little recap of our NFL playoffs divisional round. Free picks from episode 3, I believe. Right?
Yep. Episode 3 starting off with the Bears 1.5 units plus 3.5. And then 0.5 units on the Bears money line, which unfortunately lost. They had the ball. They did cover, winning just under a unit there, 0.98 units. Bears had a great chance to win the game. They had the ball on the 50-yard line. Caleb threw a pick. It's the exact same game script that happened. Yeah, exact same game script with the Broncos, what happened there. So, Bears ultimately lost that game, but ended up winning a unit, so we cannot complain there. Moving on to the next game, we had 2 units on the Patriots, minus 2.5, minus 110. That was a nice winner, plus 1.82 units there. And I mean,
kind of a no sweat there.
And I mean, Patriots defense letting up 3.3 yards per play, 4 interceptions, and the Drake Stroud having 4 interceptions, and then Drake May throwing for 3 touchdowns.
We said it in that third episode. Stroud
is
not
so
the guy,
bad.
As well as that defense has been playing for the Texans. I said that that defense cannot just go out and win them this game.
No, they needed some offense, and they had nothing.
That proved to be correct. So Stroud is not the guy, especially in the playoffs.
Mills would be better there.
Yeah. But
4 turnovers does not win football games.
And then Patriots get to go on and play a Bo Nix-less Broncos.
No Bo Nix, so really nice for the Pats there.
But yeah, on to the Broncos. They did win. We did have 2 units on them, so that cashed just 1.78 units.
Josh, it was the exact same game script as the Bears, and we were on the right side for the 2 units. We're on the wrong side for the 0.5 units. Just good stuff there. Plus around 1.8 units on the Broncos money line. Bo Nix also being out for the season, very much hindering the Broncos' chances, but also a great defense there.
They still get to play at home though.
Yeah, they do.
They do have,
but they don't. They don't have Bo Nix right now. They might pick up someone or just try something there because I don't know what they're gonna do. And then moving down to the last game, just not a great read here. 1.5 units in the 49ers, plus 7.5, minus 110. They played horrible. Minus 1.5 units. They lost by 35. We'll take that one. Hand up there. The bad read. But overall, the NFL recap going 3-2 plus 3.08 units. That brings us to the total 10-5 on the free picks, plus 5.14 units.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
The last couple of days there.
And
great games, too. Honestly.
Yeah, they were, except for the 49ers,
Yeah. Bears going into overtime. I really thought they were going to win that game. Especially, that Caleb Williams throw.
Yeah, you forced
to
it to
get them out. The touchdown at the end of the game, and the end of the fourth quarter, not the end of the game, but was unbelievable. One of the best plays that I've seen in a long time. Rolled out to his non-dominant side, rolled it again, do a 180 off his back foot, touchdown to Colson Loveland, I believe, with 15 seconds to go. Unbelievable play, but that interception in overtime is just not
ideal. Can't have that happen.
But,
You're going into score. All they need is a field goal, and they throw a pick.
Great weekend of football, though.
Now let's move on to the recap for podcast number 4. We're going to move. Yep, the first days of the Australian Open. Let's move down to the first pick where we had 1.5 units in Thomas Martin Echeverry versus Miramar Kuzmanovic. Minus 137 plus 1.1 units there. A nice 5-set thriller. It's actually Kuzmanovic he's averaging, if he plays in a slam match, 30% of those matches go 5 sets. Which is just ridiculous. It shows how he's not able to close out matches. He doesn't have the confidence in himself to close out the matches. And we had a nice win there, winning 1.1 units with Thomas Martin Echeverry. And then moving on to the next bet, we had Zachary Savaggio moneyline versus Yannick Hoffman. That was, unfortunately, minus 1.5 units there. That was a loser. Hoffman played out of his mind had 70 winners in just 20 hours, which is absolutely insane. He played phenomenal tennis. Hanfman won the first set. Savaja was able to tie it up 1-1, but then Hanfman just played such solid tennis that there's literally nothing Zach could do. I mean, 70 winners in 20 hours is simply unheard of. So minus 1.5 units there. Now moving on to the next bet, we had Demir DeMar versus Liam Draxel, and I mean this one I almost read to a T. I said Draxel isn't up to ATP level competition. He's still just a challenger player, and if you see here, he lost. He lost 7-5, 6-0, 6-4. So winning just a total of 9 games against Demir DeMar and
9 games
in 3 sets. Yeah, it's not great. Complete domination, sweat free, plus another 1.1 units there. And now moving on to our last free play because unfortunately Arthur Gazelle withdrew. We had a minus 3.5 games versus Jamie Farrar, but that was a no bet or avoided bet because he withdrew from the tournament. So the last bet was Francis Tiafoe, minus 4.5 games versus Jason Klubler, minus 137. And this was just a straightforward win. I mean, Tiafoe won in straights. He was 4 from 6 from break points. Great win. Just, beat Kluber in straights, and there's nothing more to say about that. Just a straightforward win. He is now 11-0 on sets against Kluber. So that total right there is 3-1 plus 1.43 units on the episode 4 recap. And that brings a grand total to 13-6 plus 6.57 units, or 68%, which is very good. And moving on to our pending bets. We have 2 currently pending for tonight's game.
Yeah, 2 bets on Indiana. We got 1 unit on them to win the national championship before the Oregon game. So we have those odds to plus 130. If they do end up winning, there's 1.3 units added to that total. And then we do have our 2-unit teaser for the national championship, which is Indiana minus 6.5. Plus the under of 58.5, which gives us odds at plus 102. But yeah, moving on to some more.
Also, Indiana currently minus 350, or what is it? 335 right now to actually beat Miami. So great odds at plus 130.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Moving on to our free plays for today, we'll go on to more Australian Open, and then in our next episode, we'll give out some more Australian Open plus NFL.
Yep.
So for our first bet, 2.5 units, Ben Shelton minus 167. There is a lot of juice here, but it is a very good spot. Ben Shelton minus 137 against Ugo Humbert. Both are lefties who hit the ball very hard, have strong serves, but it's a tale of 2 tapes here when it comes to playing in Grand Slams. Ben personally much better suited in Grand Slams. He's 31-13 over his over all the Grand Slams. He's 31-13 record, while Humbert is only 21-28, which shows that his body isn't physically capable of winning a lot of matches over 5 sets. Also, Humbert is 3-9 5-set record, while Ben Shelton's 7-3 5-set record, which shows that Ben Shelton's body is just able to get through the matches. He's able to go deeper in matches and focus more in minus 167. I thought he was going to be at least minus 200, minus 250 here. Also, Shelton is well rested. He got to Australia early while Ugo was in Australia, but he was playing. He actually lost a recent tournament to Thomas Mahach in the finals, so he might be a little fatigued coming into the first round match against Ben Shelton here.
Yeah, and you're getting a guy in the first round that is one of the most physically talented guys on tour, too.
Yeah.
Minus 167 in Ben Shelton. I mean, dude is a monster. Serves 150 phenomenal.
Miles an hour.
He's on the hard courts. Like, he has the endurance to go more than 3 sets if needed. But yeah, I don't think set 4 and 5 are going to be needed. But yeah, 2.5 units. Ben Shelton money line minus 167 against Ugo Humbert.
Yep. And
that will be on Monday, January 19th. What time is that?
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It should be. Also, these two are actually weird. They have a weird friendship, these two. They're actually used to be ex-double partners 2 years ago. Ben Shelton and Hugo Bear. So, nice little matchup there. 2.5 units. Ben Shelton minus 167. First play of the day. Now, moving on to our next play, we're going to go Thomas Mahach, moneyline, minus 137 against Grigor Dimitrov. Play this at a book that pays out retirements after the first set because Grigor Dimitrov hasn't finished a Grand Slam match in his last 5 matches. He's either retired or withdrawn from all of them, which means that his body at this point in his life is physically just unable to deal with the heat and the amount of physical energy you have to output to play a full 4 or 5 set tennis match. So Mahach here, he was also looking. Mahach also just actually won that final against Hugo Humbert, and he was looking much better physically in the third. He was still running up and down while Humbert looked like he was struggling. Personally, love this spot here. Remember, play that in a retirement book. Because if Grigor, there's a good chance that he actually doesn't finish his match, and he just withdraws after the first set or two. So play that a retiring book. Thomas Mahach, 1.5 units, minus 137 on the money line. Now let's move on down to another young French player that I like, Arthur Gaya, money line, minus 147. Yep, and Arthur Gaya here playing Stan Wawrinka, a guy who, I mean, is just... He's old, but he's got a lot of... He's a great tennis player. No one get down on anything. 3 slams.
Yep.
But...
He's
40 years old in this Australian Open heat that should be 80 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. He's playing early afternoon. He's playing 3 p.m. He's playing like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, where the heat's the strongest. If he makes this a physical matchup, I don't think Stan is going to be able to go 5 sets. Also, Arthur Gaya is 9-0 in 2026 on hard courts, and he's just playing out of his mind right now. It's the most dangerous when a young player is playing out of their mind with confidence, because it's almost that he's too confident that he won't miss because he's got that confidence in him. So Arthur Gaya, 1.5 units on the money line here, minus 147.
Yeah, I love him there. I mean, 9-0 in 2026. 9-0
in 2026 versus Stan Wawrinka, who's 40. I mean,
yeah, we got a big slate here, so let's keep going. A lot of tennis matches in the next coming days.
Yep. Moving on to our next play, we got a few 1-unit plays here. We're going to go Rafael Collagen versus Lorenzo Musetti over 36.5 games.
Should be a battle.
Here. Musetti loves, I mean, even if he plays a worse opponent, he loves to get into a grind match for some reason. I mean, he doesn't like to just straightforward beat people. He likes to just, I don't know.
He does beat people.
He likes to play tennis, I guess, right? But, yeah, he's a grinder. And especially, this is also an early afternoon match, which is very important because Musetti plays his best tennis on slow clay. Early afternoon in Australian Opens means it's going to be a lot of heat. The sun's going to be out. So the ball's going to bounce faster and it's going to bounce more powerful through the surface. It's going to bounce clean. And Musetti does not like this on his backhand. He likes to set up time. He likes places where he can take his time, hit a nice backhand for the baseline. He also loves to get around and hit his forehand. With the court speed like this, he's not going to be able to do that. Collagen also, over 36.5 games, it could go 3 sets, 3 tie breaks. That's 39 games.
Yep.
So it could hold in 3, but I definitely expect Rafael to take at least 1 set off Musetti here, which is why I love the over 36.5 games at minus 120, 1 unit. Moving along now, we have Dino Prismic. This is also money line, minus 137, 1 unit. This is also the same scenario here. We have a younger player here who's playing with confidence against an older James Duckworth. Dino Prismic is 0-2 in opening matches at the Australian Open, but there's a big reason for that. He had to play Djokovic and then another top 10 player in his 2 opening matches, where he actually took a set off Djokovic in the 2024 Australian Open when he was playing very good tennis, mind you, Djokovic, and he still is playing great tennis. Also, James Duckworth being...
He's only gotten better since that point, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's only improved. He's also gotten older and stronger. I mean, much better than this 2024 debut, Dino Prismic. Also, this is his best draw in decades, so that confidence could also skyrocket him into saying, "Oh, this is where I have to take my next step. This is where I have to take my leap." I have to, if he's not able to beat a guy like Duckworth, even though he's at home, he has the better overall ground strokes. He has the more confidence. He's better endurance and physical abilities. He's younger. So right now, this just looks like a great spot here. Dino Prismic on the money line, -137.
Love it.
And now moving on to one of our final 2 plays of straight plays. Yeah, we got a few parlays cooking up later. Moving on to our next play, we have Yannick Hoffman plus 9.5 games, -145. A little bit of juice you have to pay here against Carlos Alcaraz, but you need to make sure you buy the half unit here. You got to get the hook. 9F is very important. 9F covers 6-3, 6-3, 6-3. It also covers a bunch of games here, but
Carlos, as much as I love him, he tends to take a set off.
He does take a set off to where.
I mean, don't be surprised if this is a 4-set.
And also think about this: Yannick Hoffman, he just had almost 70 winners, 21 7s against Zachary Savaja. If he plays anything like that, he should be able to cover 9.5 games pretty easily. Also, Carlos likes slow clay courts or slow hard courts. It's his preference where he plays. He likes to take time. He likes to eat where he's able to get to every ball. He's able to put every ball back in play, force his opponents to make an extra shot. With this being an early afternoon session, Yannick Hoffman has actually the abilities to cover the 9.5 games here. His serve is going to be a dominant factor here. Also, his serve's going to be a dominant factor here if he serves first, and he's allowed to get broken once in every set and still cover. So that's why the 9.5 games here is. Yeah, 9.5 games here is huge. Also, Alcaraz does tend to take sets off to where even if, think about this, Alcaraz wins the first set 7-6 in a tiebreak. Now we got 2 sets to cover 8.5 games. So his serve is going to be a big, 6-2, 6-2. His serve here is going to be a big factor, and also the fact that Carlos does usually tend to take a set off in Grand Slams is also a big factor here. So Yannick Hoffman, plus 9.5 games, -145. And now moving on to our final straight bet of the day, we have Arthur Ferry on the money line, plus 132. He's 5-1 on hard courts in 2026. 37-10 hard courts in 2025. He is a very proficient hard court player. Very proficient. I mean, and so fast hard courts are his preferred and natural surface where he grew up playing, where he naturally plays. He's also a young and upcoming player from Great Britain who, has been performing phenomenally. 30. He just beat Cabali in straights actually in the first round as a plus 250 underdog. And now he's playing Thomas Martin Echeverry, who we actually won in the first round. But truly, this isn't Echeverry's best surface. I mean, he almost lost to Miramar in the first round. He likes to play on slow clay. He likes to play on slower clay courts. Also, he's 6'6", and his serve doesn't really affect him. He doesn't really gain free points off his serves like other people should. And this also means his movements, since he's so tall, his movements hindered a little bit. Not as much, but I love the spot here. I think Arthur Ferry wins this more than 50% of the time. Getting plus 132 here against a guy who's in great form, 5-1 in 2026, 37-10 in 2025, on his favorite surface after he just won a game against Cabali in straight. That should boost his confidence tremendously. Also, Echeverry, previously just playing a 5-set match, could be a little hindered physically coming into this one. It's like a 4 or 5 hour match that Echeverry just had to play. So, Arthur Ferry here on the money line, plus 132, 1 unit, love it. And now Cole will give you
We got some no sweat 3-leg parlays, one for WTA, one for ATP. These will be for Tuesday, January 20th, starting off with our no sweat WTA moneyline parlay. We got 1 unit plus 116. Emma Raducanu, Jasmine Polini, and Mira Andreeva all in the money line. Gets you plus 116. Hammer it, put a unit on it. And then moving on to our no sweat ATP moneyline parlay also for Tuesday, January 20th. We got another unit plus 105. Alex de Minaur moneyline. The Demon. Francis Tiafoe moneyline and Alexander Bublik moneyline.
Bublik also
odds parlay there, but
plus 105. These are just games.
I don't see any of them 6 losing in the first round, or not first round. Tiafoe will be
second round.
But I mean, all 6 of these players playing phenomenal, highly ranked players.
Bublik actually just winning. Bublik winning a.
Mira Andreeva just winning a tournament.
Bublik and Andreeva just coming off tournament victories.
Yep.
De Minaur at home. Tiafoe playing great tennis.
Yep. No sweat. Lock them in.
Yep.
Plus money for both of them.
And that is our slate for today.
Big old slate, but
just a reminder, we are 13.6 right now, plus 6.57 units.
And hit those links in our bio.
Yep.
So you can unlock our VIP picks. We'll have VIP picks, all season long, all tournament long. Hit the tennis season pass. That'll unlock every single tennis play all year long.
Yep.
Great value there. And then, let's lock in. Let's have a week.
Make sure to lock in those plays and good luck.
Yeah, exciting. Australian Open starting up. First slam
national
of the
championship.
Year. But thank you guys for watching, and let's have a week.